Hello, and welcome back to the Second Breakfast Club. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing, briefly, the new update for Raids Chapter 1, and how I was able to punch up into D4, difficulty 4, and get over 1,000,000 points with my team. Now, one thing that I'm sure some of you are asking yourselves, and I've received this question now a few times, many times, is, does the two-bomber strategy, the video I previously did, does that still work in the new Chapter 1? Well, the answer to that question is yes and no.
What?
It's a little complicated to explain. And I don't think it's a bad thing, but we'll get into it.
What the fuck?
So here we are. This is the team I used. I used them to punch up into difficulty 4. It's a total squad of 51,000 power. I know not everyone's gonna have that. Some of you have way more than that. Bigger teams. Okay, but this is the particular team I used. When I say that the punch-up strategy is still possible, this is right here. This team is my evidence of it, punching up into D4. However, where it's not possible anymore, or not as applicable, is some of the other teams. So for punching up, some teams are going to work better than others, right? Road to Rivendell is not working as well with the punch-up. Previously, for that team, I was able to punch up into difficulty 3, and I didn't get a lot of points above 300,000, but I was able to get more. Now, with the Road to Rivendell team, I can only do difficulty 2. I was able to max out at 300,000, but there becomes, when you have weaker teams, there becomes a greater speed disparity between the AI, the computer's team, and yours. They go super fast, and if your team is not fast enough to keep up, you're gonna lose before you have a chance to do much of anything.
Come, Gimli! We're gaining on them!
I'm wasted on cross-country. We dwarves are natural sprinters. Very dangerous over short distances.
And that was the issue I was having with Road to Rivendell. I couldn't get them to... I couldn't get them to survive long enough to really drop one bomb. And that was a struggle I was having. That might not be the case for some of you with stronger Road to Rivendell teams. Mine is not that great. I believe my team sits at... my Road to Rivendell team is currently at 25,000 points. Power, and that just wasn't enough to hit into D3. I think if you're at 30,000 and above, D3 is probably going to work out for you, and you'll be able to do it. But my particular team can't do that anymore. And that's fine. If I can get the 300,000 points on D2, okay, it is what it is. Because on the plus side, some of the other teams are going to do really well now. Your faster teams are going to excel here. Teams that can get in multiple hits on the bomber, like Rohan with Aramir, you're going to do well with him just because of the assists and the synergy between the Rohan team. So that'll work. That'll work for them. And it improves a few other teams as well, which I've seen people get better scores with their Isengard teams, which generally don't do as well in Chapter 1, but now they're improved quite a bit. Haradrim, I kind of struggled personally with my Haradrim. I don't know why I wasn't able to get a better score with them, but it is what it is.
I did my best. I did my fucking best.
Let's get down to what you really want to see, and that is using my Rivendell elf team here punch up into D4.
Finally, motherfucker.
So my overall strategy is still the same as far as the 2 bomber strategy, right? I want to be able to get as much damage I can on the team with the first bomb so that my second bomb can finish them and wipe them out. Okay, now one other thing that's so nice about this new update is you can actually take the time to think about your moves. And what I mean by that is, because you only have to get the bomber up to 5, you can take the time to actually look at who else is on the playing field, and if your team has enough turn meter in them to where you can think, okay, you can kind of plan ahead, like, okay, I'm going to be able to get this many attacks off before the bomber should go off. So if I need to put a little damage on, the Skull Crusher, or depending on the team you're using, if it's like Isengard and you need to blind him, or you got to get debuffs out there, or just dispersing some damage so that when the bomb does go, it wipes them. So like right here, I think we're going to see an example of that. I'm going to get the... not here. The next one. So, in the next one, we're going to see an example of that. Here I have 2 bombers. A lot of people have had trouble with the 2 bombs. My suggestion with the 2 bombers, if you get this, if this happens to you, yes, it can be bad. It's hard to get enough stacks on both bombers before they go off. But if you can manage to land a slow or a disable on one of the bombers prior to them, proccing the, setting the bomb, that'll help you be able to mitigate. So now I can focus down one bomber, not have to worry about that second one so much, because he's going to be a bit behind. And even now he still has the slow on him, which is going to help me. I managed to get the hits I needed on this one bomber, gave me an extra stack, and now I can just focus him down. So again, you can take your time, think about your moves. I think you'll find that you can get through this a lot quicker now. Like, I still have over 6 minutes on the clock, and I'm already at over 1 million points. Right here, I'm trying to debate with myself whether or not I can squeeze out any points anywhere else. I was really hoping I could get the bomber to proc and maybe land some hits on him, but he's moving a little slow, and I'm not going to be able to do much more here, especially now with that slow. That really sets me behind. And the Skull Crusher is going to just be... he's going to be a lot more devastating to your team now than he was before. Just because of how quick their team moves. With how fast they're moving, it's going to make it harder for you if you get slowed. So here we are. This is what I ended it at. Over 1 million. Pretty sweet. I am very happy with the outcome of this raid and the changes that we received. I think for myself, with a little more practice, working in Chapter 1 with some other teams, I can get them up even higher. I think this is overall a great improvement for the game. I'm happy to see that the devs have been actually listening to feedback and criticisms in trying to make their game a little bit better. And hopefully they continue updates like these that are going to be good, fun, while maintaining the challenge of the game. I think the new Chapter 1, it takes a lot more critical thinking during your playthrough other than just I just gotta focus down the bomber, focus down the bomber, focus down the bomber. Now you can actually sit back and think, okay, what do I need to apply where? Where do I need to put damage, and where can I inflict banes, and can I buy time with the bomber? I find it a lot more fun, it's more intriguing, and quicker. It's a lot faster to get through these raids now. One of the biggest problems with raiding in general is it feels like an all-day affair. It takes sometimes all day for you or your guildmates to get through it. Obviously, it's a 24-hour raid period, and then you go into the next 24 hours raiding again. So being able to get it done quick with good scores is great, because not everybody's going to have the time to sit there and do this all day until they get the best score, right? And that's what we were dealing with before with the RNG craziness, right? You'd do 20 to fucking 50 runs before you'd get a good score that you were satisfied with. Now, that's out the window. This is much smoother, much easier to get a decent score that you're happy with. So again, thank you, devs, for this great update. And finally, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, watching me get that amazing score. Hopefully I have more like that to come. I know I don't upload that often.
Why?
But I'm what can I say? I'm busy. I have a full-time job. I'm a police officer, and I have a family. So dividing up my time to make this content for you can be tough. So if you want to help support me, subscribe to the channel. It'll boost my motivation to try to sit down and make more content more regularly. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Until our next meeting.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.